Not a good time to have a slum.
No, you got to go in and finish it off all the way.
That's right.
Last night, Joy and I and Gilman, Laurie's out of town, went over to see an old friend, a fella named Rick Rosner, who was my old producer. You know, Rick, he's a great guy. And
Chips.
yes, he created the TV show Chips, and now it's going to become a movie again. And anyway, he's just a terrific guy. You know, stays involved in the business and so on.
More importantly, he created Eric Estrada in tight pants. That's really why we thank Rick Rosner. I'm sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to point that out.
See, that was 20 years ago. You must have been a hot 14-year-old.
Listen.
Well, anyway.
Listen, it started something for me.
When we saw him at the Emmy Award show, the daytime Emmys, I won an award that night.
Yes.
So that's why he was there. And so all my old friends came, and Rick is certainly one of them. So he said, look, in the fall, 1 week in September, I'm going to take a cruise, a Crystal Symphony ship.
Oh, nice.
And we're going up the coast, you know, stop at Providence and Boston and then Maine and then go into Canada, Quebec, Montreal. It's a great cruise.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Would you and the Gelmans come on the ship and have dinner with me the night before I leave?
Yes.
So we said fine, and sure enough, it was last night. So we went aboard the Crystal ship, and I'd been on that ship before. It's a lovely line. And here's Scott Peterson, the cruise director, and these guys were singers. They serenaded us. And here's Dr. Gitnick. He is one of the heading UCLA doctors. And anyway, there's Gelman peeking out at you. Hello, hi, Gelman.
Can I just say that Gelman in a suit and tie is my favorite? It reminds me of Michael at his communion. It's so cute. It's just so cute.
Incidentally, that's exactly what Gelman needs, a communion. But and there's Baby Joy, myself. Anyway, and there's Rick right there heading up the table.
Great. That looks like fun.
Oh, but he told some great stories last night. You know, he not only produced for me, but he also produced for Mike Douglas. And Mike Douglas had the best afternoon, best daytime show on television in those years. And so Rick was an aggressive young producer, and the staff was great. Woody Frazier and Roger Ailes and Larry Rosen, guys who went on and made a big name for themselves in the business. So here comes this young Rick Rosner, who begins calling on the phone and booking all these giant names that everybody else is afraid to call. So one night they have a party for Rick, birthday party, and Mike Douglas comes in and thanks Rick very much and says, but if you really want to do the job for me, get the Pope to do our show.
It's such a hard get.
It is a hard get. No one has gotten the Pope. Rick Rosner gets on the phone. I want to talk to the Pope, please. He can't reach the Pope that night because when he's calling, it's nighttime in Rome. But the next day, the Vatican calls back.
No kidding.
Yes.
What, did he leave a message?
Yes. Rick Rosner. Call Rick Rosner, Mike Douglas show. Anyway, this young priest gets on the phone, Father Pancillo. So he says, well, why don't you come to the Vatican? The Pope would like to meet you. Rosner gets on the plane, flies to the Vatican. They have a room for him at the Hassler Hotel, but no, the Swiss guards come aboard the plane, take Rick off, put him in a car, take him right to the Vatican. He's going to stay at the Vatican.
This never happens to me.
Never happens to anybody. So anyway, he was very, very impressed with everybody. And incidentally, you name Eric Estrada, the character in Chips, Punch was his name, and he was named after this priest who befriended Rick and was like his interpreter through the entire thing. Punch was his name, yeah.
No kidding.
Puncharelli, I guess his name was, yeah.
Unbelievable.
So now, everybody, when Rick was leaving, you know, Mike Douglas and all the guests, the Dom DeLuise, all the people that they use, bring me back a medal from the Pope. Now, you know, Rick is Jewish. He doesn't know. Okay, all right, he promises everybody, you know, and he goes to Rome and he goes to the Vatican and they meet with the Pope and the Pope wants to do it. I forget, Gilman, what came up that prevented the Pope from coming here and doing it? There's some major catastrophe in the world that delayed the whole thing, you know? Thanks a lot for helping out. Okay, fine.
There was no catastrophe. No, the story was that he gave Rick one medal.
No, that's not the story.
Okay.
He listen to me. Gelman almost threw this away.
Okay.
Everybody wants a medal. So the Father Pancirello says, you know, Rick, it's tradition here in the Vatican that if you do meet the Pope and he gives and he blesses something for you, it's just one item. So Rick says, oh, but I got all these people, Dom DeLuise, everybody, you know. Anyway, he meets with the Pope, and they have a nice long talk, and the Pope is very, very thrilled that Mike Douglas wants him to come on the show. But unfortunately, something came up, something serious, and they couldn't do it. But he said, I would like to give you a remembrance of your visit here. And so Rick said, yes, he said, I'm going to give you this medal. And Rick said, but Your Holiness, I need more than one. The Pope says, but all we give is one. He said, no, you need more. He said, well, how many do you need? And Rick said, 18. The Pope gave him 18 medals.
He did?
To bring back, yeah.
Well, the Pope.
It was funny. Great story.